Hello, my dear curious and studious students of surgery. Myself, Dr. Mahesh Chaudhary. I am warm welcoming you in my surgery lecture series. This surgery lecture series contains entire surgery with anesthesia, with radiology, with orthopedic. So stay tuned with us. Let's start our surgery lecture series. Welcome dear students in my surgery lecture number 29, that is the ulcerative colitis. In this lecture, we learn the etiology and the pathology of the ulcerative colitis and its treatment, investigations, continent ileostomy, Koch procedure. Let's start with me. The ulcerative colitis, etiology. The cause is unknown of this condition, but several theories have been put forward, of which the main ones are the infective, nutritional, psychosomatic and immunological. First, infective. Extensive studies into the infective hypothesis have failed to demonstrate a pathogenic organism as the agent directly responsible for this condition. Second is the nutritional. Attempt to identify a nutritional cause have likewise proved fruitless. Third is the psychosomatic. Psychological factors have long been thought to play a critical role in exacerbation of this disease. Various investigations have suggested that the subject who develop ulcerative colitis have a characteristic personality, and those personality factors are present long before the onset of this colitis. And fourth is the immunological. At the present time, a great deal of interest is attached in various immunological disturbances in the disease. Lymphocytes may be rendered cytotoxic to colonic epithelium by incubation with serum from the patients with ulcerative colitis. Pathology. A disease of this ulcerative colitis is a disease confined to the mucosal and submucosal layers of the colonic wall. The rectum is the most frequently involved portion, that 90 to 95% of the bowel. Disease is always in continuity and there is no skip lesion as seen as in the Crohn's disease. Now you can watch the image on your screen. There is a normal colon, hostile pattern is seen, and there is the ulcerative colitis. The patches of the ulcers are seen in the inner wall of the intestine. This is the next image, colonoscopically taken. The multiple erosions and ulcers are seen in the mucosal layer. This is the another image of the ulcerative colitis of large intestine. This is also the image of the ulcerative colitis. Microscopically, mucosal surface demonstrates the superficial fissures and small and regular pseudopolyps. Irregular shallow linear anastomosing ulcers intersperse between islands of swelling of mucosa, pseudopolyps, which is characteristic features of this disease. Bloody pus may cover the ragged ulcerative surface of the mucosa. Fistulas except of perianal are rare in ulcerative colitis compared to Crohn's disease. Means the chances of the fistula is more in the Crohn's disease and rare or less in the ulcerative colitis. Microscopically, the disease can be diagnosed through biopsies. Lesion starts in the bases of the crypts of Lavercon, where neutrophils pass between the lining cells to accumulate inside the crypts, lumen forming crypt abscesses along with eosinophils, serum and RBC. Now the clinical features can be divided in three forms: chronic and continuous. Second, chronic relapsing remitting, that is the commonest form, and third is the acute fulminant. Now the symptoms of this ulcerative colitis are: there is a water diarrhea, abdominal pain, rectally mucus discharge, sometimes blood and sometimes pus is not uncommon, means it is common. Tenesmus and urgency are marked. Number of stools are about 30 to 40 per day. Fever, high grade fever. Complications: chronic perforation, hemorrhage and toxic megacolon. These are the common complications of the ulcerative colitis. Now the investigations. First investigation is barium enema. Barium enema findings: loss of hostration, hostile pattern due to paralysis of the muscularis mucosa. Irregularities of colon wall represent small ulceration. In advanced cases, the colon assumes the appearance of a rigid contracted tube due to the scar that forms with repair. Second investigation is endoscopy with biopsy. Usually flexible sigmoidoscope or colonoscope is used. Cobblestoning and deep linear ulceration, which are common in Crohn's disease, are unusual in ulcerative colitis. Next investigation is the CT scan. Is particularly helpful in diagnosis of acute diverticulitis. Now the complications of the ulcerative colitis are: first, local complications and then general complications. Local complications are hemorrhage, perforation, fistula formation, stricture formation with partial obstruction, perianal and perirectal abscesses and fistulas, toxic megacolon, carcinoma of the colon. Now general complications. Systemic complications includes macrocystic anemia, hyperproteinemia, avitaminosis, amenorrhea, amyloidosis, osteoporosis, retarded sexual development and retarded growth. Produces complications of certain organs. Complication may produce harm to the certain organs like eyes, conjunctivitis is developed, iritis, choroiditis, even ulcerative panophthalmitis is also developed. On the joints, complications of this disease on the joints are arthralgias, ankylosing spondylitis, sacroiliitis. The consequences on the bones of this disease are different form of the inflammatory disease of the bones and joints, and on the skin the consequences of the complications of the ulcerative colitis on skins are develop the erythema nodosum, pyoderma gangrenosum, clubbing of fingers, aphthous stomatitis. Fifth organ is the liver and gallbladder, fatty liver, hepatitis, pericholangitis, cirrhosis, gallstones and carcinoma of the bile duct. And on the urinary system, the complications of the ulcerative colitis on the urinary system may develop for the pyelonephritis and urolithiasis, kidney stones. And seventh is the interstitial pancreatitis, eighth is the peripheral neuropathy, and ninth complication is the vascular thrombosis. Now the treatment of the ulcerative colitis is a primary treatment is a medical, as etiology is not known. There is no specific treatment. The components of the therapy are antidiarrheal, antibiotics, corticosteroids, diet, vitamins, mineral supplement, general support should be given. Prednisolone 3 mg OD, sulfasalazine 0.5 mg QID, and prednisol retention enema at night. The medical management of the severe attack of the ulcerative colitis are IV fluids to overcome the dehydration, electrolyte losses, blood transfusion to correct the anemia if there is a bleeding melena, vitamin supplement and maintenance of nutritional through parenteral feedings, nil by mouth except water, prednisolone 60 mg per day, hydrocortisone sodium succinate 100 mg in 120 ml of saline, administration by rectal drip twice a day. IV aminosol with fructose, broad spectrum antibiotic, metronidazole like Lomotil may be used as an antidiarrheal agent. Prevention is mainly performed by sulfasalazine 0.5 gram QID. Now the surgical treatment in the ulcerative colitis are 75% to 80% of patients with ulcerative colitis are satisfactorily managed by the medical treatment. Only 10% will need surgery. Indications for emergency surgery: massive and unrelenting hemorrhage, toxic megacolon with impending perforation, fulminating acute ulcerative colitis. These are the indications for the emergency surgery in ulcerative colitis. Now the indication of the elective surgeries are partial intestinal obstruction, confined perforation with abscess formation, chronic disease not responding to medical management, pararectal complications such as fistulae and abscesses, serious systematic and distant complications in long continued colitis which carries higher risk of the colonic cancer. Now surgical treatment: single stage total proctocolectomy or total proctocolectomy with ilioanal pouch. Care of the ileostomy: if excoriation of skin occurs, a paste of aluminium 10 parts plus zinc oxide 90 parts should apply on the skin to avoid the excoriation of the skin in the care of the ileostomy. Now the next point of this lecture is the continent ileostomy by the Koch. Niels Koch has developed this technique, an ileostomy reservoir from terminal ileum open to the surface by one way valve. This type of ileostomy requires no bag or any type of devices appliances, can be emptied by patient at the time he desires to do it. That is why the ileostomy is called continent. Other possible alternative operations like subtotal colectomy with ileorectal anastomosis. Third alternative is colectomy, mucosal proctectomy and endorectal ileocanal anastomosis. Dear students, here is a diagram showing the ileostomy reservoir by the ileum. This is the clear picture of the ileostomy reservoir, stage wise suturing you can see on the images, and this picture all the stage showing in these images stages in the construction of the continental ileostomy reservoir by Koch. This is the good one procedure for the ulcerative colitis patients. End ileostomy by the Brook. Complications of the ileostomy: prolapse, retardation, stenosis, bleeding, para-ileostomy hernia. These are the complications of the ileostomy: prolapse, retraction, stenosis, bleeding and para-ileostomy hernia. Post-operative complications are pulmonary collapse, infection, wound abscesses, DVT, pulmonary embolism, hemorrhage, paralytic ileus, obstruction, a persistent perineal sinus, skin problems are the post-operative complications of this surgery. Dear students, there are very good video of surgery of the continent ileostomy by Cox and Brooks procedures also. You can watch on the YouTube to clear the concept regarding these ulcerative colitis operative procedures of continental ileostomy by the Crook and Koch and Brook. Here is the end of our surgery lecture number 29, that is the ulcerative colitis. Thank you.